Hi and welcome to this Autoemotional presentation for what is of course an iconic car, the beautiful silhouetted Audi TT. This is of course the Mark II, but this car benefits from a host of cosmetic as well as interior in-car entertainment upgrades, which we will of course be going through. But just to showcase the outside of the vehicle, as you can see, it's presented on the most popular metallic pearl white color, but it's got a nice couple of touches on the exterior. On the front, that's the full black gloss grille, including the 4 rings of the Audi logo and the S-Line badge as well. Upgraded LED lights throughout the vehicle, including on the front. Fog lights as well, factory fitted. As you can see there, the bee sting aerial popping off nicely on the roof. The integrated repeater indicators on the wing mirrors, just a nice little touch on these cars. Lovely little details throughout the vehicle actually, including of course the S-Line badges on the front fenders, those red calipers, and once again gloss black accents on the alloy wheels. On the rear we've put the spoiler up, which you can do so automatically from a button on the inside of the cabin, which again we will be demonstrating. But the power output on this vehicle, as you can see with those twin exhausts popping off on the rear valance, really is deceptive for a car with such a small footprint. Ample room for 2 full-size adults in the front and 2 medium-sized adults in the rear. They are back seats of course, and they do fold down, so you do actually get quite a good load capacity on these cars, something that it's not really known for, but just a point of reference there as well. So if you do have luggage to be shifting around in the car, perfect 2+2 coupe with a bit of boot space. And of course with those iconic styling details such as that aluminium brushed fuel flap as well. It's just had tints done on it. Even the reversing lights on this car are LED, so it really does pop during the evening hours. And as you can see, of course, it's an Autoemotional vehicle and it's number 400. So we're definitely hitting some iconic marks all in all as well. Just pop open the boot, which can be done off the remote central locking key, of which there's 2 keys as well, by the way. And as you can see, a glorious black leather interior cabin. There's a lot of toys to be going and talking around on the inside, so we're going to do that real sharpish. But you do also have a load net, very handy when you're stowing away items underneath here and you're driving around. They don't tend to move around and cause you aggravation in terms of noise. LEDs even in the boot section. So again, on the evening time, this car really does come into its own. A simple switch here on the rear back seat and you can fold those down, so you do actually get the full length of this boot for storing away all your lovely goodies. And again, the iconic 4-ring badges there and waterproof LED reversing camera. This is all this audio system on here, which again we will be talking through, has been fitted by our sister company AUDIODIRECT. And when I tell you it's probably the highest specification system out there, believe me, that's in comparison to anything out there, not just in Audi TTs, but we'll go through that shortly. As you can see there as well, this car coming with a factory Bose sound system. So again, very nice audio setup in this car, and you're really going to enjoy it with the head unit that we've installed. So let's pop into this gleaming white beast and see what toys we have on the inside. Again, I'm 6'2", and getting inside really does cocoon you in this cabin, something Audi's very famous for, being the brilliant driving position. So of course, when you start the vehicle up, all the warning lights come on and go off, and you get the logo come through, the Audi logo come through there on the head unit itself as well. So the toys that we have in this particular car, of course, as mentioned previously, you do have the Bose factory sound system fitted on this, so it really does make a difference to the audio tunes that you get to hear on the car. Electric mirrors, that being the drivers, and of course that being the passengers as well. Electric mirrors, windows of course. Now the car's just been validated, so we're not going to spoil the glass for its lucky new owner, so we won't be demonstrating that, but rest assured they work perfectly well. Of course, as mentioned, 2 keys coming with this car, both remote central locking, but of course you can open and lock the car door off the button toggle switch there as well. You've also got the illumination control with a nice chrome embellishment there. Of course, dip beams, main beams, fog lights as well. So just pull it off once and you'll see the fog light, front fog light illuminates green, and then the rears illuminate an amber color. You can adjust the intensity of the interior cabin illumination off this little switch as well. Of course, it's an Audi, so it's perfectly safe. You've also got the airbags not only in the front driver's steering wheel, but of course for the front passenger as well. And you also have side airbags on this particular car, on the door, on the seats as well. So beautiful engine. You do get that little crackle when you downshift on these cars, and it really is oral explosion, and it's incredibly fun to drive these Audi TTs. They handle so well. You can switch through different modes simply by toggling that switch, and of course you can go through your radio stations and your tracks, your USB music. There's just a host of toys on this audio system which we're going to be demonstrating very briefly, because the audio system in itself is a video. You've also got paddle shifts on this car, so not only is it matter to this beautiful gearbox here, sublime power through the front block into the drive wheels, but of course not only do you have D for drive, but if you shift it across to the right, you can also drive as a Triptronic with the plus minus gears, or back into D and then lower down into the sports, and it really does bind the revs and keeps this car absolutely on its toes. But the best setup really actually is driving in D, so you get the best of the economy out of the engine, which is surprisingly frugal for such a potent car, and then to use the paddle shifts to drive all the gears into whichever ratio you want, approaching a fast bend or so on and so forth. And needless to say, of course, it is power steering, chrome embellishments here and there as well on the 3-spoke flat bottom steering wheel. Again, another option on this vehicle. Wash, wipe, stalks and flashes, of course, don't need any introduction. AC, now of course, as usual, you can't feel it, but you certainly can hear it, and even on this gloriously hot day here in the beautiful Emirate of Dubai at 37, we only need it down to about notch number 3, and that's just as we're jumping in and out of vehicles and testing and reviewing them for you. So we're kind of hot and flustered, but believe me, the AC is ice cold on this vehicle. Now, you also have the tire pressure monitor system here. That's the button, as mentioned previously, to raise and lower the automatic rear spoiler. Hazard switch, electronic stability program off if you do want a bit of tail happy fun while you're on the track, of course. And this is for the electronic damping. So if you do want a bit of a firmer ride, you're going for a bit of a cruise up, say, 𝗔𝗨𝗧𝗢𝗢, and you want nice firm grip, simply press that button, it engages the dampers, makes the car a lot more stiffer when you're driving it through. Again, beautiful AC control. It just does what it says. Keep it on its lowest temperature, keep it up to notch 1, 2 or 3, and absolutely ice cold. We haven't even got it on recirculating actually, so we can even drop that down and increase the audio for you guys. Now this stereo, hopefully we don't get it's my reflection coming in there in the sun, but it's try and move away from the sun slightly. We are off an actual closed road, so absolutely no danger to the public as we just turn the car around slightly to shade it from the sun. Now this particular car has our sister company AUDIODIRECT.ae touch system put onto it. Now we literally don't have time to go through the whole thing, but believe me when I tell you, this is the highest specification system you can get. It's far more capable than the Audi system that you get. Bluetooth, auxiliary, radio, music. You can even include a TV on this. This is actually coming off the hard drive. These tracks that you see here where it says test, those are test tracks that we've dumped on the hard drive as well. We're going to come back to this button because it's rather special in a minute. Of course, you've got disc, whether it's CD, DVD, so on and so forth. Video, so you can just simply plug in a USB stick with movies on there and it will automatically play. You can toggle across. It's an Android system, so of course you can dump your apps and little icons. You can move them around from A to B, and it's got a full host of secondary icons, so auxiliary in, Chrome browser, normal browser, your clock, Bluetooth, calculator, calendar, file manager, Google Maps, and you can easily connect this to either your iPhone or your Android system. Again, Play Store. This is a fully functioning Android system, so basically it's exactly the same as having an Android phone built into your head unit. Now, one of the very, very special features on this car, and I will demonstrate it for you, is if I click DVR, you see a very odd light there. However, if I grab this, you'll see what it's actually attached to. This is actually attached to a Microsoft HD quality camera, so it's now beginning to look at itself. That's me filming for you guys. That's the interior of the car, and this of course is the exterior of the car. So this camera, this HD Microsoft camera, is actually connected directly to this Android stereo head unit, and what it means is you can either keep it hooked up on the dashboard, so you can use this as a DVR, and because this is an Android system, the way in which AUDIODIRECT have actually configured this is if you connect this Android system tethering to your phone, you can actually record your journey much like a DVR and dump it directly to a cloud. It will save directly to the cloud, or to the SD card that's on the head unit. Of course, taking into consideration all legal aspects, but if you're going for, say, a cruise down 𝗔𝗨𝗧𝗢𝗢𝗡, you can stick this camera on the dashboard, you can connect the head unit to your phone, and you can actually record your journey up 𝗔𝗨𝗧𝗢𝗢𝗡, and it will automatically be saved to your iCloud. It's an incredible system. And not only that, because you do have a HD camera attached, and this is an Android system, you can actually download Skype on this head unit, and you can actually Skype while sitting in the car. So of course it's don't want to slam and cut any of these wires off, but it's just a fully functioning vehicle. And of course you have the reversing camera, which you can see is nigh on HD quality. It's a vehicle with a whole lot of tech. So if you're like one of the average guys and girls that purchases vehicles off us here at Autoemotional, you're going to be a tech guru and a tech gadget just like us, and you're going to absolutely love this vehicle. It really is fully functioning. Like I said, this head unit alone is worth a good couple of $1,000 dirhams, and it's included in the sale of this car. So we're going to wrap it up now. So if there are any outstanding questions on this particular vehicle, of course, don't hesitate to get hold of us. By now you're pretty familiar with our Facebook, YouTube, and our WhatsApp and contact numbers as well. But ladies and gentlemen, it's a Audi TT presented in metallic white with black leather electric interior with ice cold AC, that full-blown AUDIODIRECT installed Android head unit with the reversing camera, Bluetooth, DVD, being an Android system as well. Like I mentioned, it's got the built-in DVR, so you can hook up stuff straight to your cloud. Really just an absolutely awesome machine. Black gloss alloys, black gloss front grille, S-line badges throughout, electronic damping, tinted windows, xenons, LEDs, cruise control. The car really is all singing, all dancing, and it's looking for a very lucky new owner. That could be you. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, any requests for a test drive or outstanding queries, do drop us a line, and thanks again for watching this presentation by Autoemotional.